Hello. So I kind of wanted to direct this live about kind of a crisis we're kind of going through where YouTube is, I don't really need to even say it at this point. We all kind of know. YouTube made a policy change, and now they're deliberately cracking down on predator catcher channels. Um but what I kind of do notice is lack of accountability on YouTube's part. I mean, we can all go to Rumble, and that's what I will do. But at the same time, there needs to be accountability on YouTube. And something I've been thinking is, you know, is let's just post, let's just, kind of start an awareness movement about what YouTube does allow and find, the craziest videos that YouTube allows, but YouTube has deliberately took a stance against legitimate investigative journalism of online predators. I mean, they took down catches that, even do involve the police. They actually took down my enlisted version of the Andrew catch, which was a very, calm, uh, you know, interaction. Yeah, I mean, and we're gonna go to Rumble, and we should. But I think though it's worth it to hold YouTube accountable at the same time. But yeah, actually, NVCAP did just start a Rumble. Um, I'm just gonna kind of share the link. But yeah, I actually put, and the crazy thing is the first video that I ever posted on NVCAP is a video of just where I'm explaining that I'm not a vigilante. It's literally me in a chair explaining that I'm not a vigilante. And I think all I remember doing is I put that video as my channel trailer, and YouTube took that down. Just me saying I'm not a vigilante. So, it's kind of like we can move on and go to Rumble at the same time as you holding YouTube accountable. So that's what I'm interested in doing. So, because they have taken essentially an active stance against legitimate investigative journalism of, predators, but the content they do allow is, compared to what they're banning. I think that comparison needs to be made. So, kind of a way to illustrate this is hashtag pedotube and compare the videos of what, they do allow and what they don't allow, and have, you know, the most legitimate predator catch you can think of, where it's done the right way and everything. Some catchers, they have, like, their whole clipboard and everything, and they'll just, interview the predator and then compare that to, whatever crazy video they'll allow on YouTube, and say hashtag pedotube. I mean, it does sound creepy, and it's creepy for them to do that. It's creepy for them to take a deliberate stance against. Actually, come to think of it, that does, I don't know, kind of sounds like a site for pedophiles. But it actually, I mean, if you think about it, they are taking a stare. Like, I mean, they kind of are actually. Um, Scammy, look at a wrench in here. Can you hook me up so she don't ban me? Oh, you don't have a wrench? I'll give you a wrench. My bad. Hold on. Let me fix this. I'm not like gonna take away too much wrenches. I made you a mod. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of like aside myself of what to do because I will say this: we can't be on YouTube anymore. As far as like the days of live catches on YouTube, I think I'll do it for a little bit, but we're I don't know. It's done. I mean, I don't see how we can stay on YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? It kind of does. I don't know. I just kind of call it like pedotube is like derogatory against YouTube. Well, I don't know. What do you think is a better name? Just something, some kind of something that just illustrates YouTube's active stance. You know, not letting predators expose, not letting these predators get exposed, but taking a stance against us and then allowing who knows what on their platform. I kind of maybe we can make this a think tank. I mean, I don't have all the ideas, but yeah, it should be something, some kind of hashtag where it compares, and I'll actually, I mean, I'll make them myself. I'm gonna put them on the NVCAP Instagram. Um, but just like a side by side. This is allowed and this is not allowed. Man, what happened to the Pred Catcher's live stream earlier? I was bummed. Um, I mean, we did one, but it was a long time ago. Is there another one that I don't know about? Frank Castle? I don't know what that is. But yeah, um, but there is like things like meme generators. Hold on, maybe I can find it. I mean, I'll kind of just say that this is what I use to create. If I sometimes I create memes, hold on. But I think it could actually serve a productive purpose. But I would use this, and I'm sure there's some kind of side by side situation we could do. I mean, that can be it because YouTube takes 30% of all of the predator catcher's income. Oh, yeah, I'm unaware of that. I was at work. But yeah, but at the same time, certainly go to Rumble. Yeah, it does. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to start it on my Instagram. I don't know, some kind of hashtag, but just comparing, videos they do allow, um, with that what the catch that got taken down. The man I call BS, they get 30% of all super chats. Yeah, exactly. Problem is, you have a few million subscribers, and YouTube will take you down. A few million subscribers. You've got the wrong Ian Watkins. You just called H from Steps a Twisted Pedophile. Kind of confused. And I'll share the link, whatever that's worth. But yeah, I think oh, Keto Law was getting tens of thousands of dollars in donations in a week, and YouTube's still giving him strikes to defend Skittles people. Not sure I understand. We need higher quality catches, and people like PP Alex is a racist bigot that thinks because he exposes spreads, he's clear to be bigoted. No, but that's not. I mean, that's really not true. It's kind of like he said a couple stuff when he was young, but I think the question really does stand that it's like he did face consequences for things he said, but it's kind of like, is saying a certain word irredeemable? And it's kind of like, if there are a bunch of cuss words, I just don't think that's true. I'm on a phone right now, a dying phone. It's at 7%. But actually, on second thought, though, I mean, if you can come up and then you can just screen share it, I mean, you can do that too. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I saw you got comments deleted. Man, I hate that. I hate when it's really, I mean, I get kind of on, panels and everything for banning free speech, but what does that make you if you're a public official, you have legitimate constituents, and you're silencing them? I mean, I mean, any predator catcher I don't think does it for money because there's so many things you could do. You could even fake a prank and it'll do well on YouTube and it'll be allowed. And that's kind of actually what I mean is that the things that YouTube does allow versus what they don't allow. Um, so like if you actually wanted to be a clout chaser, it would be very easy. You wouldn't need to catch much predators. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to oh yeah, don't block anyone. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, I was making sure no one's getting blocked. Yeah. Wow, I'm legitimately having trouble keeping up. I didn't know that much people were up at 2, 3 a.m. I don't care if people do it for money or clothes, as long as they catch Preds by the book and be charged. Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of, I mean, I don't know, so many things to respond to. But it's kind of like, at best, predator catching uh, functions as a non-profit. And it's kind of like, if you think about it as a non-profit, it's kind of like, I think what Alex did was he scaled up the operation where it made money, but then that money went back into predator catching, so then he can catch predators at a higher level, and that's actually what we should all do. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I mean, it's not really for money. I mean, it's yeah, and it's kind of like, what if you have a job that's just, it does a good thing, you want to do it, but you also get paid. I mean, I don't see the issue with that. Nah, if anything, I'm just trying to navigate what's going on right now. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I applaud anyone basically even, exposing and, gathering information on online predators, bring it to light. Yeah, here's what I would say is I think the true definition of racism is thinking another race is actually inferior or actually mistreating someone because of their race. I mean, actions speak a lot louder than words. And that's really what you should look at. I mean, there are certain people that they like, like even politicians, and they'll dot their I's and cross their T's, but they if you find out what they're actually doing, they won't benefit other races. Still have never heard anyone explain why he is racist. I guess just a pedo liberal NPC data point program didn't repeat. But again, I mean, I think that we should really look at is someone's only racist based on how someone truly treats someone, and that's like the real definition of racism. That's like real racism. I mean, that's undeniable. But something anything other than that, it's kind of like actions speak louder than words. Yeah, and we're still working on it. I think I mean, what I kind of want to see more is a community of people that can contribute to tech, like coding, um, that are pro what we do from the movement within. That's why the NVCAP code thing. I mean, right now it's very, very small. But I'm kind of starting like a coding channel. But within that, and it has like a gilded that's connected to it. Within that, I kind of just want to see a bunch of people that code and just put their heads together and just see what we can put together, that's kind of ideally what I want to see. Yeah, I mean, I think I heard he has a paywall behind his catches, which I don't know about that. I kind of literally just want to see the best way we can go about it. We can expose a predator and we can sustain predator catching long term, and because it's kind of like the case really needs to be made that it's something that's ingrained in our Constitution that should protect what we do. I mean, they're liberal NPCs say a thing, then they all latch on and all repeat it with no explanation. As an example of an NPC, you receives software updates to support the current thing. I don't know. I mean, I kind of consider myself a liberal, but based on my positions. But it's kind of like real racism is real racism, you know. Um, and that's really based on what that's based on like what you're gonna do and how you actually treat people. Like that's real racism. Um, Not really. There's actually a recession going on, like in the coding industry nowadays. Nothing really makes money. Nowadays, it's just I don't know. Nothing's really guaranteed. Oh, that's creep catchers. Yeah, that's creep catchers. Like you're done, bud. We got the chat logs. Yeah, I started watching them, and I started watching Anxiety War. That was the first I saw. Some different countries are different because they actually call themselves vigilantes, but the way their constitution is written is it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like with other countries, it's kind of different. But with this country, it's like we have, the right of the free press. We have, and it's like that shouldn't be undermined just based on that we're not in the same tax bracket as Chris Hansen. That we're not going to be considered a journalist. We're going to be considered a vigilante when we're doing inherently the same thing. But I remember they caught a guy going after a 6-year-old, and he got off uh, with no penalties. So yeah, so actually, give me a hashtag of what we should go with as far as holding YouTube accountable, because I've been seeing a bunch of hashtags float around. Like what one kind of would kind of illustrate that YouTube would allow this, but but it's not going to allow this. I know a guy with a part-time coding job covers all his expenses and then some. Still not that easy. I mean, I could say I know a guy that's a billionaire. I mean, it's it's do or die out there. It's like it only is lucrative if you're really good at it. I'm talking about coding, by the way. That's hence the shared comment. I'm thinking like, how about ask YouTube why? We're gonna make this a think tank. So yeah, so we're thinking if anyone coming in, we're trying to put together. Yeah, actually that too. That might even be better because it's specific to the issue. Or should we say preds or predators? Because we just need something that sticks that just says that YouTube will allow this, but it's not going to allow this. YouTube will allow this, but it's not going to allow this. That should be the idea of kind of where we're getting at. Yeah, I'm thinking like YouTube supports predators, or maybe supports preds. Maybe preds is enough because sometimes hashtags they kind of invite a question for an explanation. So thinking out loud, that might work. I don't know. No, actually, NVCAP is still monetized. We're still monetized. So basically, what's going on is I'm trying to make this like a think tank panel of what we got to do. So as you know, YouTube is wreaking havoc on predator catcher channels all over. So I'm trying to think of we're trying to come together on sharing what YouTube does allow versus a very calm catch. Like where the predator catcher is doing everything right. They have a clipboard, and saying YouTube allows this, but it doesn't allow this. That's the idea. Yeah, so yeah, Locksmith is a mod. Yeah, but right now, this is about YouTube. So I mean, we actually do want to be specific about targeting YouTube. Like I want to see YouTube suffer. Like I want to see YouTube held accountable to this. Cause yeah. So do you already have the? I'll actually check it out. Let me see. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a peek at Locksmith's site. What is it called? Predcatcher News. Predcatchernews.com. Hold on. Oh, so you have like a template. Because it's kind of like what I'm saying is like we're in a bubble. And, the average person isn't gonna, necessarily know what predicament we're in. But I mean, tell your friends, you know, share it on social media. Like we'll get some memes going around, get some hashtags going around, and people will then kind of realize, wow, what is YouTube doing? Why are they doing that? They're making a policy, you know, directly taking down, exposing a child predator potentially in your area that might or might not be prosecuted. No, okay, so I'm saying this though, like, okay, so at this, like, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We are going to go to Rumble. That's what's going to happen. We're not going to end up staying. Like, there's no scenario where we're gonna stay on YouTube. No scenario. Um, but at the same time, as we walk out the door, you know, tell the world why we left. Well, in general, it's actually both. It's actually just one is kind of both, but it's in general. I mean, they're just taking down videos in general. Where the videos that expose a predator are just being taken down. Locksmith, I agree. The only chance of affecting them is to move to Rumble, take your subs and money with you. Yeah, I mean that's what we're all gonna do. That's why I say catchers need their own mailing lists. Yeah, and the way I kind of look at it is, if you think about it, there's other forms of journalism that have dangers to it. Like, let's say, there's journalists that report on the war, and they're literally doing their stories, side by side with troops, wherever they're at in war zones. And it's kind of just like, and as far as like, you know, safety or effectiveness, whatever it is, it's kind of like there's fields of journalism, and we can kind of learn from each other, and that's what we should do. Surest thing would be to generate bad PR for the system. Yeah, so oh yeah, yeah, that okay, so that is kind of okay, so that literally that is the point of what I'm saying. PR. It's bad PR. And again, I mean, it's true. It's not even like I'm not being it's not like I kind of just want to hurt YouTube for no reason. It's that what YouTube is doing, like it's for a reason. Like it's founded in, I guess the legal definition would be truth. Like it's not defamation. Yeah, here's the thing though, like when you come to say like liberals and conservatives and this and that, I mean, you have to understand that's gonna only come from a ideological place, and ideology from any direction is bad. It's it's tunnel vision. It doesn't evaluate positions for what they are. Um, and it's kind of like, even if you had a statistic that said 80% of this demographic are like this, so that means that there's a tendency towards that. Well, correlation doesn't equal causation, so even if you prove the majority of said group of people, that doesn't imply that there's a tendency towards it. It might explain something else that might have a tendency, but that's just not how it works from any direction. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of out of the loop on what other how other categories are being taken down, like the First Amendment stuff. I'm not really following that too much, so I wouldn't know. They're just trying to save their ass. They're not at a liability of any kind. I mean, it's kind of like filming a crime. Um, you know, just filming the crime alone doesn't make the platform liable. I follow a makeup channel, so I don't know, but I do know I follow First Amendment auditors who have millions of views, and they're experiencing the same. Yeah, and I mean, even if I don't agree with like 100% of like how they go about things, that's still a field. That's kind of a field of journalism too. I mean, people have the right to do it at the end of the day. I mean, do you not have a right to, film in a library or film in a public place, and then people ask you what you're doing? You have a right to document that. True, but some of these catchers do get very aggressive, understandably. And I mean, let's say, if a catcher does get aggressive or whatever it is, it should be a case by case basis. I mean, someone can do something wrong. Um, and, it's kind of like that'll be learning what not to do. But it's like, if I'm the NVCAP and I'm doing everything, with the best intentions, with doing everything the best way, like Alex, like, PB Mass and all the other catchers I can think of, like PCI. I mean, so many I can think of. They're trying to just get convictions and gather information, disseminate it to the public. It's like, how does that, how or why should that affect us inherently? It shouldn't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, then sometimes it's not even something perpetuated by us. Sometimes it's just like it can go south. And then kind of the bad part of it is the field part of it, where we have to just learn what not to do and what to do, and just how to prepare for those situations. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start it up though. On the community post or the community page and Instagram about saying what YouTube will allow and what YouTube won't allow. I don't do this, but I've seen a lot of crazy shit. Is Lackluster a catching channel? I don't know. But yeah, the website looks like it could be a good website. The one Luck and Cam were making. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Fire YouTube. Or that, yeah, I quit YouTube. Have you seen the catchers that are going around Central Florida and jumping the prez and their families? What? No, haven't. There are a few videos on Twitter, Snap, Reddit. There were few reels on YouTube as well. They call themselves the Florida Pred Hunters. Well, they're here on their social media platform say to fire them. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, this, it is what it is. It's kind of ironic, but best way to do it. Yeah, so it kind of makes more sense to say I quit YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. This is complicated. Then I don't know. All of a sudden, it's now like a catch-22 in every direction. YouTube be CO in the streets so they aren't sued, or the police union is hammered down on them. Oh, that is horrible. That would be true vigilantes. I mean, I hate Preds, but damn, they'll put you in prison and sued to where you'll never make a dollar that doesn't go to lawsuits. Yeah, I mean, yeah, never blame the Preds families. If anything, I feel it's kind of like they face kind of the part of the repercussions of the predator. So I don't, I'm not nowhere near optimistic that that can or will happen. Um, and honestly, I don't know. I mean, who cares about what a celebrity? Who cares about a celebrity? I mean, We're all people. I mean, it should just be a large amount of people that should mobilize a movement. And I don't know any celebrities. Like, can't even think of any. But I don't even one. I don't even think we do. The average person doesn't listen to celebrities. Like the average person is gonna make a decision based on what is what is right or wrong. Yeah, but that's kind of like saying like a celebrity is gonna endorse my campaign, so then we're gonna go with it. That's just like that's establishment thinking. That's you know, it's like look at how many celebrities supported Hillary Clinton. Did Hillary Clinton do well? It's kind of just like I don't know, fuck celebrities. I'm unaware of any Rami situation. Can't be a criminal to stop a criminal. Yeah, yeah. It's like if I heard a celebrity even mention any kind of cause, part of my brain just kind of drowns it out because just they're a celebrity. Like there's no way they can have an understanding of the world that most people live in. I mean, I don't know, something like that. Like if there is a big name, like they're welcome, but I'm personally at least not gonna actively seek it out at all in any way. Um, but I would welcome anyone kind of join the, hop on board on our movement, you know, um, like anyone else, but it's kind of just like not because of inherent, anything. It's got to be something we got to mobilize. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like they're kind of like slow walking the bans, so we gotta like to not have any outreach. So we gotta we gotta bring the outreach. We're outreached. They're predators that probably live in your communities, and because YouTube is taking down a catch, you're not gonna be able to protect your children from them. I mean, I'm not interested in any celebrity promoting anything, but that should piss you off. You, like, and it's billions of people, billions here, and that's something that, yeah. So I mean, that's really what it is. Like we got to just mobilize. Most celebrities don't advertise who they support. You'll never know most of the time. No, most of the time they do tell you, and it's bullshit. Unless like they support someone else deep down. Yeah, it's like a walking, talking corporation. Because corporations never lie to you. I mean, you would think, but within elite circles, I don't know. I don't know how to make like an argument around that. Yeah, and it's kind of like they're already like predators. Even if you're not a celebrity, you're already gonna be, you know, pretty much protected. Certainly from YouTube. I mean, something that actually pisses me off is they took down. There's a predator who I grew up with in Rami and PB Mascot them way many years ago, but it was actually like in 2020, and you know, I grew up with the predator they caught, and it was uploaded on Rami's channel, but then they took down Rami's channel, and now you know my home county doesn't know about them. Like my community now will not see that have that predator exposed. So YouTube actively protected a predator, my community. And it's kind of like, some of these catches, I mean, it's not all just on YouTube. Like, look at where they're at. They could be where you are. And if YouTube takes it down, now you, that's hindered your ability to protect your children from these predators. And social media is supposed to make people aware of any other issue. It's supposed to make citizens aware. You know, and that all goes out the window when the very thing we're using to make each other aware of things makes us less aware because it violates some kind of terms of service. Apparently, Jamie Kennedy spaced Jay Dyer just interviewed him. I don't know who Jamie Kennedy or Jay Dyer is. I'm saying social media in general is supposed to help citizens, spread information to each other. I mean, it's kind of like the point of the internet. And, YouTube is kind of hindering that core reason for it. Here for the money. They can. I don't deny that. Dyer is a top source, though. I barely put anyone above them. That's not what goes. That's not what. I don't know. Yeah, I think might end off live, but just saying, it's kind of like now's the time to fight YouTube on this. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a cameo. You know what I mean? Like getting a celebrity to do it. I mean, it would be meaningless. It would just be, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna end off.